And that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From the 6. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
And they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
2nd down and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And makes it across the 20 as these guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Try to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Howell going right back to Dodson. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Let's go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Commanders nothing.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball So they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
It'll almost push them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On second down, Ingram again. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. On first down, Howell. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, it's Robinson. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Turner. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
A gain of 6. That's another Washington Commanders first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Throwing here, Howell. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Turner. Touchdown! Cole Turner. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are back within a score. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And oh, it's wide right. No good.
Make them think about returning this football. Here, boys.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
But you got to give kudos to the offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and 9 situation. It seemed pretty dire. They were not the third man the ball they were in.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 4th down. Throwing, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Play action now, Prescott. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Three yards remain for second down. On the draw, it's Pollard. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
But there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And that one will fall incomplete. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Lambo to add on the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
The score, Cowboys 21, Commanders 6.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Powell, he's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Back to throw, Powell. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And a solid run down inside the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they earned the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out. The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Make over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing. and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Commanders 6.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but that's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 58 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Off the play fake, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Finding room at midfield. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Rolling to his left. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 30. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Commanders get a bit closer. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. But I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Going to run again here with Pollard. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Prescott now. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Prescott on 1st down. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. And again, it's Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds, because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. To the air again, Prescott. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Looking to throw, Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Washington on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Over the middle, complete. That's Jordan. And he is going to have a Washington first down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on fourth. Another throw for Howell. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, here's Robinson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Howell. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So here we go, 4th down. Howell able to connect with Dotson. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Washington. Anthony Schwartz, 50 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
The Cowboys make over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 2nd and 9, Powell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Prescott. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Powell to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the 4th. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Prescott looking downfield for Godwin. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's Howell. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Dallas, they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Washington,